مثل الذين ينفقون أموالهم في سبيل الله كمثل حبة أنبتت 7 سنابل في كل سنبلة 100 حبة والله يضاعف لمن يشاء والله واسع عليم. الذين ينفقون أموالهم في سبيل الله ثم لا يتبعون ما أنفقوا منا ولا أذى لهم أجرهم عند ربهم ولا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. قول معروف ومغفرة خير من صدقة يتبعها أذى والله غني حليم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تبطلوا صدقاتكم بالمن والأذى كالذي ينفق ماله رئاء الناس ولا يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر فمثله كمثل صفوان عليه تراب فأصابه وابل فتركه صلدا لا يقدرون على شيء مما كسبوا والله لا يهدي القوم الكافرين. ومثل الذين ينفقون أموالهم ابتغاء مرضات الله وتثبيتا من أنفسهم كمثل جنة بربوة أصابها وابل فآتت أكلها ضعفين وإن لم يصبها وابل فتل والله بما تعملون بصير. أيود أحدكم أن تكون له جنة من نخيل وعناب تجري من تحتها الأنهار له فيها من كل الثمرات وأصابه الكبر وله ذرية ضعفاء فأصابها إعصار فيه نار فاحترقت كذلك يبين الله لكم الآيات لعلكم تتفكرون. يا أيها الذين آمنوا أنفقوا من طيبات ما كسبتم ومما أخرجنا لكم من الأرض ولا تيمموا الخبيث منه تنفقون ولستم بآخذيه إلا أن تغمسوا فيه واعلموا أن الله غني حميد. الشيطان يعدكم الفقر ويأمركم بالفحشاء والله يعدكم مغفرة منه وفضلا والله واسع عليم. يؤتي الحكمة من يشاء ومن يؤت الحكمة فقد أوتي خيرا كثيرا وما يذكر إلا أولو الألباب. ما أنفقتم من نفقة أو نذرتم من نذر فإن الله يعلمه وما للظالمين من أنصار. إن تبدوا الصدقات فنعما هي وإن تخفوها وتؤتوها الفقراء فهو خير لكم ويكفر عنكم من سيئاتكم والله بما تعملون خبير. ليس عليك هداهم ولكن الله يهدي من يشاء ما تنفقوا من خير فلأنفسكم وما تنفقون إلا ابتغاء وجه الله وما تنفقوا من خير يوفى إليكم وأنتم لا تظلمون. للفقراء الذين أحصروا في سبيل الله لا يستطيعون ضربا في الأرض يحسبهم الجاهل أغنياء من التعفف تعرفهم بسيماهم لا يسألون الناس إلحافا ما تنفقوا من خير فإن الله به عليم. And blessings of Allah be on you. Just recited verses 262 through 274 of chapter 2 of the Holy Quran, English translation. The example of those who spend their money in the way of Allah is like the example of a grain of corn that grows 7 ears. In each ear there are 100 grains, and Allah increases even more for whom He wants. And Allah is very generous, very knowledgeable. Those who spend their money in the way of Allah they then they do not behave like they have done a great thing and do not hurt people. Their reward is with their Lord, and they will have no fear and no sadness. And once again, fear relates to fear of the future, and sadness is about sadness of what happened in the past. And so Allah says they will have no fear and no sadness. A nice word and forgiveness is better than the charity after which you hurt people. And Allah does not need anything, and He ignores many mistakes of people. O believers, do not spoil your charity by behaving like you have done a great thing and by hurting people, like the person who spends his money to show off and does not believe in Allah and the last day. So his example is like that of a smooth rock on which there is a layer of dust. So when rain falls on it, it washes away the dust and leaves a hard rock. And they will not get anything good by what they earn. And Allah does not guide non-believers. And the example of those who spend their money to get Allah's pleasure and spiritual strength is like a high garden. When heavy rain falls on it, it doubles its fruits. And even if rain is not heavy but light, it still doubles its fruits. And Allah sees your actions. And does anyone among you like that he has a garden of dates and grapes, streams flowing under it, all types of fruits in it for him? Then he becomes old and his children are small. Then a strong wind carrying fire reaches it and burns it. This is how Allah makes his verses clear to you so that you think. O believers, spend from the pure things that you earn and from what we have grown for you from the earth. And do not choose bad things for spending in the way of Allah, which you will take in shame if they were given to you. And beware that Allah does not need anything and He deserves all praise. Satan frightens you with poverty and tells you to do evil. And Allah promises you forgiveness and wealth. And Allah is very generous, very knowledgeable. He gives wisdom to whoever He wants, and whoever gets wisdom actually gets a lot of good. And only wise people understand. And whatever you spend or promise to spend, Allah knows it. And cruel people get no help. If you give charity openly, it is good. And if you hide it and give it to poor, it is better for you. And He will remove your evils. And Allah knows what you do. You are not responsible to make them follow the right way, but Allah guides whoever He wants. And you get the benefit of whatever you spend from good things, and you spend only for the favor of Allah. And whatever good you spend will be returned to you, and nothing wrong will happen to you. For the poor who are imprisoned in the way of Allah, unable to move in the land, ignorant people think that they are rich because they do not beg. You can know them from their faces. They do not beg from people. And Allah knows whatever good you spend. Allah bless you.